So it has been officially confirmed that the final season of Fruits Baskets will have 13 episodes. We're already on episode 7, so we got 6 to go, people. So that means we're already halfway there. We're also halfway there when it comes to spring anime. And to be honest with you, it went by pretty fast. Like, we're already halfway there. It felt like we just started, but yet here we are. Wow. Time flies when you're working hard and watching some anime. Well, anyways, that being said, let's get into the review of this episode of 7 of Fruits Basket's The Final. Don't really talk much about Kyo and his guilt, I guess, by still being processed. He having two things: his vision of his mother, wanting him to stay inside the room. Then you have Toru's mom, where she's on the other side, blaming him. There's his guilt, his conscience, not allowing him to move on or move forward. So even if he were to be broken by his curse, he will still be haunted by these two things. So Kyo has a lot extra going on for him. And of course, Toru realizes her feelings for him, but doesn't really know how to come across them. And until recently, we'll see what happens. But the ice has to break eventually. Let's just hope his vision will not come true. But this episode mainly focused on Shigure, Akito, and Ren, mainly. Shigure himself, why was Shigure with Ren in the first place? What happened that day? And we'll see why Ren herself, why she hated Akito so much. What was her true intentions this entire time. So we're watching that. Shigure himself only really slept with her only because he pitied Akito. It was just pity. All of it was just pity. Everyone's just being pitied upon. He was wondering if this Akito could look like this if she wasn't forced to, be as a boy in a way at all and stuff like that. So that's the reason why he's so friend. It's just insult to injury towards her, to which she got angry. She's been desperate to take that box away from Akito. Like, wow, something like that really that hard to get? Like, you could have had there were times where Akito left the house. He could have easily sent someone. She could have easily sent someone to get the box when Akito was gone, or maybe she hit it too well. But it don't seem like that was the case. It's very interesting. This really was on pity and spite. That's what it really was. Then you have Akito herself just hiding it, just because they just didn't want to lose to each other. This mother and daughter hatefulness. Heck, and then one person comment, "Yo, Shigure banged both mother and daughter." Like, get your mind cut. They're not wrong, but still. Well, anyways, we get to see into the past of how things were. Pretty much, Ren was just a servant, and she was just a somewhat family servant, while Akira was different. He was the head, but he was very weak, an illness, dying, and he was lonely. And despite what it was, I'm guessing Ren had nothing for herself, nothing she could love. But she herself was lonely, so she was desperate, he was desperate, so they both fell in love with each other. Out of desperation, and at the same time, pity as well. But it didn't matter, because the day they were both happy until Akito was born. And I guess this is Ren's first time having something of her own, which was her husband. So having the child be born, she became jealous. Seeing how everyone was loved and affected by Akito and the bond, she was just once again spite and jealousy. We finally got to see the look on her face where the four boys came and started saying, "We welcome you" and stuff. And we see as years passed on, everyone started being more affectionate to Akito, and she hated that. And once again, it's one of the maids. It's always the maids that's causing stuff. The one that gave Akito the box in the first place, the day the father died. Like, there was nothing in the box. It was a soul. It was just something to help him, to calm him, to help him move on. Well, Akito move on. But it had more of an effect. A little war happened within the house. And that's all there was into it. and they were really gonna stab each other over this box, man. Jeez. And stuff, but I told that we didn't realize who was gonna get stabbed that day. All we know is that someone's getting stabbed that day. We just didn't know who. And as things were going on, one of the bonds broke by the sheep boy, and now he's able to hug his baby sister. Good for him. Good for him. So he is now free. So when your bonds are broken, you don't feel happiness when the bonds are broken. It's not happiness. It's not a bond where you're a slave kind of thing. It was more of a comfort of love. You know, that sense of presence that someone's always with you. And no matter what happens, they're always there for you. It was that kind of bond, but people still kind of want to break free from it to taste that taste of freedom and independence. You know, it wasn't just, you're my slave, bow down to me, worthless ant. It was more like, I'm there for you, I love you. So when a bond you grew up with your entire life breaks away from you spiritually, of course you'll feel nothing but negative emotions. You know, it's like getting over something, you know, removing yourself from something. People think, yay, I'm free, if it's a happy feeling. At first, it's not a happy feeling. It's a negative, terrible feeling. You're detaching yourself from that thing, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's always some sort of negative after effect. But as years go on, time goes on, you learn to live without it, and you feel free. But again, moving forward is determined on each person. You know, some of us will stay strong and move forward for something, or we'll be stuck in the past, unable to move on for the future, which really sucks. So what happened to Corona really sucked. You know, I feel like something he should have said in the past was true, but he's saying it now. And she's saying if he just did it from the beginning, that's what would have happened. True, but he's saying it now. So are you willing to take your moving on or not? Some people feel like they can't move on. Like I said, all according to the individual of each person, of whether they can move on or not, of their trial. A lot of factors go into it. Your experience, the people around you, the way you feel, all that. You know, it's different for each person. So that's not as easy as it looks. But either way, man, it's gone. And that's how it ended, man. This is one heck of an episode, of course, with Toru stopping Kyo from leaving the house. She wants something to say. We'll find out next episode, people. Man, this is rushing it up. We're only halfway there, and I already feel like things are truly coming towards an end, and I love it so much. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.